a big one. He's powered over the man and scored! Oh, what a claim! And what a try!
Afternoon all, welcome to South Leeds. Live on the Sportsman today, the penultimate game of the Betfred League One season. Two sides, 80 minutes away from the playoff final and a shot at promotion this year up to the Betfred Championship. It's Hunslet versus a surprise package perhaps, a team banging form in North Wales Crusaders, and we're looking forward to this one in the company of the Salford Red Devils head coach Paul Rowley. This is the fun stuff, this is the business end of the season, more of that in a sec, but what about these two sides? Hunslet have got their eye on the big prize, and North Wales, they've been quietly finding some form. Yeah, it's been a long season, and North Wales continue to prove the doubters wrong, so they'll be hoping to do that again today. In particular, the captain, coach Carl Force, is so inspirational for this team, and he'll want to lead his troops into a final and do something they've not managed to do before in beating Hunslet. It's been they've played twice and they've lost twice, so it's all set up for a great game. There was a big gulf between the two sides over the regular season, 14 points the difference, counts for nothing of course today. Give us a sense as a head coach of what this point in the season is like. It's a point in the season you're trying to get to, one game to go with Salford, which I'm sure we'll talk about during commentary, but the chaos, the energy, the excitement that I'm sure they'll be buzzing off the crowd. What's it like as a head coach? Yeah, I mean, everything hits you, doesn't it? So the end of the season, they've got adversity with Hunslet. They've had some players injured now and some gone back. They've got the do-or-die mentality. There is no tomorrow. All the cliches are going to come out in that dressing room, and they'll be leaving nothing on the pitch. So, but ultimately, the overriding emotion is excitement, and they'll have been building this week. Everybody's looking forward to it, and they'll, like I said before, they'll leave nothing on this field today, and everything to play for, and the prestigious final. Is awaiting for the victorious team. And Doncaster are waiting. They'll be sitting back, I'm sure, watching this one with us live on the Sportsman. That playoff final next weekend at Doncaster will be live here on the Sportsman as well. So what kind of game is this going to be today? Do you make the home side big favourites? Not big favourites at all. Like we said before, North Wales could always upset the apple cart. They got a 1-point win, so they've come through some tough encounters. The trick is are they going to have the energy? Are they going to have the emotion after last week's emotional rollercoaster? But I think Hunslet are just favourites. It's a tough place to come, is Hunslet. You've got to provide your own energy, your own atmosphere, with the track being around and the one side. So I just make them slight favourites. But yeah, I'm not sure. It's a tough one to call. Looking forward to it. Paul Rowley with us live and exclusive on the Sportsman this afternoon. The whole of the match is on the way after we pause to hear from the two head coaches. Alan, great to see you. Give us a sense of what kind of week this has been for you and the team.
Well, personally, I had a baby on Tuesday,
oh, wow.
so it's been a little bit emotional, a bit tired. But for the team, we've just gone back to what's been working for us, doubled down on that. We was a little bit disappointed how we played last week. We was a little bit undercooked. And then there's been 5 changes today, just with injuries and things like that. So it's been just one of those rugby league weeks that seems to fall on your lap. Maybe not the best time, but the lads coming in have trained with us all year. They played as well, so we've got total faith in those players replacing the lads who've been playing regular.
Give us an idea of what's at stake. Obviously, we know what's at stake. It's the final, but in terms of wanting a response from the Doncaster game.
Yeah, look, just thought we were a little bit undercooked last week. We had a little bit of a soft running to the end of the season, and I feel this game is beneficial to us, but it's only beneficial to us if we make the final and we get another crack at Doncaster. We totally respect Crusaders. They're an awkward team to play, and they'll play some football if you allow them to as well. And they've got some experience in there defensively, so we've totally focused on them. We've prepared well. We know what's at stake. We've not lost 2 games in a row all year in the league, and last week was the first time we've been beat here. So there's a lot of things going in our favour, and we've got to take advantage of that.
And a word finally on your opponents today. You called them awkward. Would they be opponents you would have expected to be meeting at this point?
We've had 2 real ding-dongs with him this year. At half-time at their place, they were 16-6 up, and we really had to put it on them. So I'm not surprised. They've got some quality players in their ranks. They're led well by Carl. And I always thought if they could put a run together and get some players on the field, they'd go well. So nothing surprises you, especially at the playoff stage. They've done well. They've been up the last 2 weeks, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. You know, hopefully they'll be a little bit flat at the start, and we can start well.
Carl, great to see you. Give us an idea of what the last 7 days have been like.
Yeah, pretty hectic after last week's win, but yeah, we're fully confident going into last weekend, and yeah, it's just been eat, sleep, repeat. You know, going into these playoffs, you know, we're underdogs as it always is, but yeah, we've had a good week's training. We've looked at Hunslet and, you know, where they got us last time, where they've been going really well, and, you know, hopefully we'll put our best foot forward today.
It looks like you've been thriving under the lack of pressure, attention, whatever, but I'm not sure you'll still be able to do that now. There's only 2 games to go, so you've got every chance, haven't you?
Yeah, definitely. We just keep saying we'll take it week by week. You know, we know the quality Hunslet have got. You know, they've beat us twice this year, and at the latter end of the game, they've just had that bit of game management that's got them over the line. And you know, they've won 9 from 9 here in the league, so we know the task we've got ahead. But we know in our own capabilities that, you know, we can come here and put a performance in.
Are you still learning about your team even this late in the season?
Yeah, because, you know, in respect, we probably only had this team out for 4 or 5 weeks. You know, everyone gets injuries, mate. We know that, but you know, the injuries we've had has been unprecedented this year, and you know, we've consistently stayed with the same 18, 19 lads in the last 5 weeks, and I think that's paid dividends.
As a final thought, just take us into the dressing room just before you come out. What are you going to be saying to the lads?
Yeah, obviously just focus on what we worked on this week, but just go out and enjoy it. You know, there's going to be nerves there. You know, we're 80 minutes away from a grand final, but like I said, the pressure's not on us. You know, we can keep saying that while we're still here, and just go out there and enjoy it, and, you know, put our best foot forward.
Both head coaches understanding, appreciating, and I think being a little bit excited about what is at stake today. The opportunity for both sides to make a promotion final. The playoff final, Doncaster away at the Eco Stadium in 7 days' time. We'll bring you that live, of course, here on the Sportsman 2. And this afternoon's all about these two, Hunslet Rugby League and North Wales Crusaders. Surprise package of the playoff series so far, finishing in 6th, some 14 points adrift of today's opponent, Hunslet. But it's one match over 80 minutes. Anything can happen. Here's how Hunslet line up, with Jimmy Watson, their fullback, then Jack Render, Adam Ryder, Joe Burton, and Alfie Goddard. The halfback pairing today, Matt Behrell and Fraser Stroud. 5 changes to this side, by the way. Up front, Jordan Bull, Sam Hallis, all the experience of him, alongside Steve Crossley, who has plenty of that too. And then it's Josh Jordan-Roberts, Aaron York, Mike Knowles completing the 13, and an interchange bench of Nathan Conroy, Marcus Green, Spencer Darley, and Jordan Syme. The applause is for the Hunslet players, who conclude their warm-up and make their way back down into the dressing rooms beneath us. And this is their opponents today, the Crusaders, who come from 6, winning at Workington and at Oldham 2. They've got Owen Abel at fullback, then Josh Lynch, Kieran Taylor, Matt Reid and Rob Massam. Matt Fletcher moves into the halves alongside Toby Hughes. Jack Houghton, Jake Burns and Chris Barrett continue up front, and then it's Ryan Ellis, Cole Oakley and Carl Forster, your 13. The interchange bench today for the visitors, Patrick Rainford, Callum Hazard, Sean Costello comes in on the bench, and the big man Jordan Andrade. So 2 changes for North Wales Crusaders, who, Paul Rowley, have a big opportunity here today, all through this final series, and in truth at the end of the regular season. No pressure on them, little expectation, but there may be a little bit more pressure on them because they're here now. They can't just coax in and think no one's going to look at us, because they're here and they've got a really good chance of getting to the final.
Well, not only getting to the final, but getting to the final and actually winning it as well. In particular with Hunslet there, they've only lost 1 game at home all season, so they're pretty good on the home surface here, on their own pitch. So you know, if they get through today, then the final will become another unpredictable affair. So yeah, it's a really intriguing battle. Both teams could say that they've got some key personnel missing, but I would say it probably ends up up just being about an even keel in terms of who's missing and who's playing, and there isn't really much in the sides. Like I said before, I think Hunslet have got the better of Wales on 2 occasions already this season, so I guess mentally they've probably got a little bit of an edge on North Wales. But I think if we've learned anything about North Wales, they have a really vibrant support base, and they really do travel well and give them a hell of a support. So they have a habit of upsetting the apple cart, don't they? None more so with that winning drop goal against Oldham last week to get themselves here and an opportunity to get in the final. So tough one to call. I'm probably just going to edge a little bit with the home team, probably based on previous form against Wales in the last 2 games, as I said before.
Good to see a travelling contingent in the stands as well from Wales for this fixture. A unique venue to take in rugby league, this, isn't it, with the pretty impressive one main stand from which we're broadcasting to you from high up. We've got a little area to ourselves, much to the displeasure of some of the locals who have come in and have been unable to sit down in their normal seats, Paul, because we've nicked them.
Yeah, we've cordoned a little area off, haven't we? So, but you're right. You look over to your left, you've got Leeds City Centre there. It's pretty impressive, and then you know, we get treated to the odd steam train, I think, going past on the right edge there, right corner. But yeah, this ground, this venue has actually hosted a lot of you know, international camps. I've been here myself with, I think it was in 2000, we had a few training sessions here. So yeah, it's a wonderful venue, certainly for this level, and this main stand, as you point out, more than occupies the two sets of fans. So like I said before, all set for a big game. What I will say is the wind does have a tendency to blow across, so the kicking game of the pivots is going to be a key feature today. Who gets a grip of that wind and really controls territory through the kicking game is going to play a big bearing in today's outcome.
It is blustery as the visitors make their entrance here in South Leeds. The North Wales Crusaders. Carl Forster's side ready for one more crack, and who knows, maybe a promotion final at Doncaster this time next week. Doncaster can have their feet up today. They will find out who they play. Hunslet, as Paul outlines, favourites today, having gone through the regular season unbeaten at home up until that clash with Doncaster. But if you're talking momentum, North Wales bring that in bucket loads.
Yeah, they do, and Hunslet just making their way to the field now, so they've got a good round of applause off the Hunslet faithful. But just on North Wales, just watching them walk out, and in particular Carl Forster, he really is the talisman, isn't he? And what I will say about him is he's got a good rugby brain on. He's a good footballer, and at this level in particular, he generally, when Wales do well, or whatever team he represents, we've seen him represent Whitehaven, seen him Barrow, when he plays well, the team generally plays well, so he's so important and influential to this team, and he'll have a big bearing as well on the outcome. So he's certainly a great leader, and you know, player coach as well. That's some effort.
Looking forward to this one. Alan Kilshaw's Hunslet and North Wales Crusaders. Really blustery conditions. Probably make that out. 80 minutes for a place in the League One promotion final, and it's going to be Hunslet with the first carry, playing from right to left as we look on, and driving early up the middle, looking to lay the platform. Big carry from big Steve Crossley. You'll see a bit more of that. That's loose though. This could be anyone's. North Wales could pounce it, plucked out of the sky. How about that for a start? Right the way down the middle, and Rob Massam strikes to give North Wales Crusaders the early lead.
Well, that wasn't in the script, was it? It's a left to right shift. They took a strong carry on that left edge there, just getting it to the Wales number 14. Made some good meters, got a good quick whip, play the ball, and thought they'd have a shift. However, the execution's not quite right. It's gone to ground. And Rob Massam, I do believe it. I think this is his last season here. He's been an absolute fantastic servant to this club. Big, strong, powerful outside back. As Johnny on the spot there, he's quick to loose ball, lots of enthusiasm, and it's bounced beautifully into his hands. What an opening to this game. 1 minute on the clock, and Rob Massam's under the post to put Wales in front.
It was all about the bounce. It could have gone anywhere. It was perfect. Just sat up beautifully. And North Wales under the sticks in the opening minute for a 6-0 lead. What a start on the Sportsman. Massive score. It was loose as Hunslet tried to make it out. Crossley took the initial carry. That was a loose ball, though, and it was gobbled up. It was Behrel, wasn't it, who threw the loose pass? And Massive went the distance.
Yeah, give some credit to the left edge defence there of Wales as well. They got up high and they closed that. It's a forced error from Wales, so came from great defence. And like I said before, the enthusiasm to get there and finish it off was a great start for Wales.
Well, we said that the visitors have a head of steam through the playoffs. Well, they've started in that exact vein with the early 6-point lead and an encouraging second set here too. Already up to halfway. Another strong carry. Referee yelling at Hunslet to get back the 10 as North Wales come again, and they get a penalty for their troubles. High shot over on the far side.
It was good work from Wales, wasn't it? Just utilising the short side play there. 2 or 3 times they've just wrapped from right to left, but continue to go down that left channel. And this one, they've not kicked for touch, they just touch the tap. They're trying to play this game quick, maybe identify that Hunslet might not be able to stay the course with Wales back in the superior fitness on that occasion.
Here they come again. It was Aaron York with a high shot, laying the platform again for Crusaders to have another go at the line. And now about that, towards the post from Carl Forster, the player coach. Burns getting things moving right to left. Hunslet are creaking early here.
Move down, hold this line, hold the line. Go, 4.
They've come back in front of the post, set up once again, big shot. I think the knock-on had already come, yes it had.
Knock on.
Out of the corner of his eye, he knew he was about to get clobbered.
Yeah, it's great line speed from Hunslet, defending their own line, so they've passed a little bit of a test there. That'll be a good confidence boost for them. But yeah, it's a long pass, just allowed Hunslet to get up and put some pressure on those. Jordan Roberts, Josh Jordan Roberts, one Bob I believe they call him, 2 Bob's his son, who's a great player in his own right. So it's a great tackle from him, and Hunslet's finding a foothold now, getting into the game.
Chris Barrett with the error.
Hold, go.
Allowing Hunslet to escape, conceding a further score. It's been a terrific start, live and exclusive on the Sportsman. But that will help Hunslet piggyback up the pitch. North Wales not back on side.
What are you doing, kicking?
So Matty Behrel kicks for touch, and
Hold this 10.
Hunslet for the first time getting North Wales territory with ball in hand here.
That's 1. Move down. Hold with me. Hold. Go. Better. 1.
Oh, it's a flat ball at best, but here they come through the line. It was York who made the initial error. Could have been called forward. Referee let it go, and here come Hunslet working behind the line. Attacking the post. Lovely step towards the line. He's going to score. What a wonderful try. Watson hauling his side back level. And what an electric turn of play from the hosts.
Yeah, it was great. First and foremost, left to right shift. Like you said, they got away with one, a little bit of a forward pass. However, they carried it on. They got a quick ruck, came back to this left-hand side there, and it was Burton who just skimmed the line and just found them lazy middles, just having a little bit of breather in the middle for Jimmy Watson to support the step off that left foot and get into the post. But just seen the replay there. Yeah, I think they did get away with one. It was there. Certainly look forward from where we're sat.
Well, you can forget about it now. It's in the books. Referee was happy to play on a terrific finish. The dancing toes from Joe Burton, first of all, finished off by Jimmy Watson. And a great response from Hunslet. With the kick nailed between the posts from right in front. 6 minutes gone, 6 points apiece. What a start, Paul Rowley.
Yeah, it's very open, isn't it? It's a great step from Jimmy Watson just to get in and finish that try. But yeah, it's been a very open start. You wouldn't say defences were on top at the minute. A couple of sloppy penalties either side. High tackle, I think it was from Hunslet a couple of sets ago, and then Wales there just an offside. So yeah, neither team really settled into what I would describe as a tough grind, lacking a little bit of intensity. However, certainly open, and looks like it could be a high-scoring affair.
Oh, wow, big error. I was just about to say what a kick-off that is.
He stayed down as well. He doesn't look too good.
And that's a concern. There was a knock-on. It was a fiendish restart. Have a look at this. Caught in the wind, I think, as well, didn't it? Look at that. Then 1, 2, 3 bounces, the ungainly dive forward. And this doesn't look good for the Hunslet man.
Oh, he's just caught a knee, hasn't he? He's caught the knee of Jake Burns. I think Jake Burns putting pressure on. You really can't underestimate how strong this wind is. It's a real swirling wind, so obviously a little bit nervous of getting under that, catching it on the full, and you know, the ball's bounced away from him. He's took a really brave dive to jump on it and close that ball down. But like I said, Jake Burns putting on some pressure there, and accidental though it may be, he has caught him, I think, just with his knee.
It's Fraser Stroud who stayed down. The physio indicated that he's got a head knot as well.
That'll be an HIA one.
So he will be leaving the field for the foreseeable. Let's have another look at this. There's all kinds of contact in there. Well, that was all caused by the wind. He looks groggy. So there'll be no chances taken here, absolutely none. Fraser Stroud will be coming off for a few minutes, maybe for a lot longer than that.
It was unfortunate, wasn't it? It was accidental. Jake Burns, like I said, just putting good pressure on, and yeah, he'll come off and have his 15 minutes and hopefully pass his head test, gets himself back together and gets back on the field.
Well, he'll want to be hoping he can pass his head test this stage of the season. Otherwise, that'll be it. With only next week to go. But more pressing matters here for Hunslet, defending their line again, because North Wales Crusaders look in the mood. And that doesn't help. They never got back on side.
He's gone early, mate. What are you doing?
So they will tap and have another go here.
What are you doing? You got 2? Yeah.
Oh, in fact, they won't. Having a look at the angle, thinking, actually, we'll take the 2 from here. Let's just settle down a bit.
Yes, Toby Hughes is going to go for the goal there to put Crusaders in front. It's not an easy kick in this wind. I watched him warming up. He's got a fair boot on him. He was quite successful during the warm-up again. But right foot kicker across the face of the post, swirling wind. Big semi-final pressures.
Yeah, much more difficult than it looks for Toby Hughes, this, with the swirling winds. Of course, all 3 sides of the ground open other than the main stand. Here he comes, though, Hughes. Strikes a lovely right footer through the post. Flags go up. And North Wales Crusaders nudge back ahead, having seen their early 6-0 lead cancelled out. They're back in front by 2 at 8 points to 6.
Yeah, it's a lovely kick, and again, another keeping them in front. They started the game in front, obviously, so a little bit of a psychological. The longer period this goes, the more pressure will happen to Hunslet. But I think in one of the early games of the season, Wales took a half-time lead, but Hunslet came through in the end. So ugly looking kick-off, but well controlled from Wales there.
Well, he caught the wind that one as well.
Yeah.
Accelerated 10 metres or so.
Did a good job, Kieran Taylor, there to catch that ball. It was a spiral kick-off. Very difficult.
So it's right to left, the force of this wind at the moment. So North Wales playing into the wind. At the moment, that's helping them. There's the Crusaders fans that you can hear as well as their team make their way back up towards the 40-metre line here. A little shimmy left and then back to this near right-hand side. Last tackle. Have to be a hefty old kick from the 40 in this weather. He's cut across, he's cut a beauty there. It's going to bounce 2-3 times. Be picked up by the fullback, and here come Hunslet on the kick return.
That's one. Move together.
And the home side will start just within their 20.
Yeah, they'll be pleased with that. Wales just getting through the set, and a real good first contact there for that second one. Controlling the ruck now. Finally getting into a little bit of a grind, and yeah, it's a good set. They'll be really pleased with that, Wales.
Jack Houghton with a big contact. They are pumped up for this. There he goes, Houghton. Hunslet, you'd feel, just need to keep their cool. They must have known North Wales were going to come out for a scrap, full of energy and endeavour after their run to this stage. It's the last tackle. Where are they going to go? Barrel goes high into the wind. Not a bad option, this. Carefully watched by the North Wales Crusaders fullback Owen Abel. The North Wales bench goes to warm up for the first time. Jordan Andrade is normally a useful interchange. The big man, former Oldham man. Here come North Wales again. A little feint. Behind the line goes Jake Burns.
Move, Aaron! Here. Go.
There's their inspiration crosser. They wanted a high shot. Referee says no, that was fine. That was up around the shoulder. Forster didn't complain. Last tackle, 30 out, central. Options left and right here to put on a decent kick. He's juggled the ball. They're going to have to end up running this because of that little fumble, and they're going to get caught in possession on the Hunslet 30. And the home fans enjoyed that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Forster right there. He's basically asking the question why. You know, they're just chipping away. They did nothing flash, all one-out carries, just earning the right. They got in good field position, and the kick would have been the more sensible play, though. He's took the chance.
A little blindside sprint. Gets the home side up to halfway.
2. Move! He's 10. Wait. Go. 2.
Flowing locks of Alfie Goddard. This is more like it from the home side. Within 30 of the Welsh line.
Go. 3.
Attacking down the middle once again, and then sweeping right. Couple overran that, so he just holds on.
4. Move!
And will set up bang in front of the posts here. 20 out. Opportunity for Hunslet to hit right back, but not now. The ball's got to ground, and here come North Wales again. He's going to need support. And Hunslet get back, but they're all over the place. He's still going, Owen Abel. He might catch them left side here. Eventually takes the tackle, wants a quick play. Be a full set from here. The Hunslet defensive line is scattered all over the place. It's a painfully slow play. Eventually Burns goes to that left-hand side, but that opening has been long shot. They're within 10, knocking at the door again. The referee wipes the tackle count back to 0 once again. It's destroying Hunslet. Can they hold out? They still haven't reset defensively. There are bags of opportunities here for North Wales to carve through, and they've scored another. It was a power play. He just reached and plonged the ball down the big man. And the Crusaders strike for a second time, and Hunslet were just far too stretched.
Well, yeah, it was Hunslet again, that right to left shift there, so everything looks like it's going towards Toby, who's on the right to left shift, trying to pinpoint a little half-back and maybe seen some value there, but the right edge, led by Toby, who's getting up real high, forcing some errors, and it was Owen Abel who managed to get away for Wales. It was fantastic run, and now out to yardage there, and unlucky to not get the try, but Hunslet did a great job of slowing it, making it messy, but I think 2 plays later they've gone from dummy half. The play's not dead as we just watch him get it down, and it's a great try.
Terrific finish.
Matt Reed it was who scored.
Yeah, just reached out with his enormous wingspan and plonked it over the line, did Matt Reed. Is there another 2 here in the swirling breeze down there? No, he's pushed this one wide. So 2 from 3.
I think Hunslet can be guilty of overplaying a little bit in this first half up to now. I think all the best work have been when they've been playing direct short balls. The long balls with this wind is really difficult, and it's probably not the route to go.
Great finish, Matt Reed, adding to the early try from Rob Massam. And Hunslet will have to respond and find a response again here, because the North Wales Crusaders have come to play. 16 minutes in, they have a 2 tries to 1, 12-6 lead.
Wait. Go, good work, 2.
With a key Hunslet man also off the field at the moment for an HIA.
Head 3, move Adam! All the way here, all the way.
But the possession, the territory, the ease at which Crusaders are eating up the meters will be a concern.
Release down! Hold. Go.
But a turnover there. Ball just popped up. And Kieran Taylor couldn't keep hold of it. So Hunslet get another chance with ball in hand. Full set from 40 out. The home fans surrounding our commentary position, yelling words of encouragement. They've been frustrated early observers over the first 17 minutes here in South Leeds. Plenty of time there. That's a loose offload backwards. That's lost them 10 metres, but hasn't lost them possession. They retain the ball. An attack down the middle once again. Oh, it's a lovely sweeping move, little dummy. Barrel towards the sticks, they're 10 out, right in front. Great chance this for Hunslet to find another way through. Straightening up and running at the line, last tackle. They're going to go right once more. Well, they're going to repeat set, it's fizzed in. And the ball comes to ground, and the referee says, have that whenever you want, North Wales. And the chance comes to nothing.
Yes, Mike Knowles, a couple of good touches there, and Baharrell with a show and go. So some really good opportunities for Hunslet. Again, all the best work from both sides is when, it's a forced error. It's a knock-on. It's a great D from Hunslet. All the best work from both teams when they're playing direct. These long balls, the balls under pressure, just seem to be letting the opposition off the hook, and that's from both sides really. I think they're both guilty of it, first in Wales and then Hunslet in that previous set. Like I said, the best ones against the grain plays, coming back against the grain short balls. I think with this swirling wind, it's really strong. I think that's the better tactic to employ. So, and like you pointed out earlier, George, I don't think either team, when they play direct, are struggling to make meters. So there's no need for the long passes that are coming up with errors.
No, we're barely seeing kicks on the last, are we? We're seeing great progress made up the pitch, and then the odd error or two. But this is Hunslet's time. That was a really good take off a loose pass. It was in front of the big man. And Crossley did really well.
He won't be thanking him for that one, will he?
He kept hold of that well. Watson does well too. Hunslet will just set up, 10 away. May even be closer. 5 away left side here. Great chance. Hallis. Crossley reversing himself towards the line. Tried to extend the arm, but he was wrapped up. Hallis will come back to the left-hand side where Beryl waits. Dabs a kick through. North Wales need to deal with this and do. Punched behind by Josh Hughes-Lynch.
Yeah, it's a good set. A lot more control. They look more organised then, so they look like they're settling into the game. They've had a shot right to left. They've gone back to the post. There's a good start point for them, just short on the field, and then they were loaded up again with lots of shape on this left edge through Beharrell that time. As we've seen before, we've discussed earlier that the North Wales side have been getting up really high defensively, so Beharrell just wants to question that, make them a little bit nervous, putting the ball behind them. So real good tactic, make them think twice about getting up high, and that might afford them a little bit more space on the next attacking set when they come to this left-hand side.
That HIA, by the way, has been failed. So that is not good news, and nor is that for the home side. Forster with a high five. Another error from Hunslet. Just lost the ball. Did Jordan Bull.
Yeah, I think the veteran force might just a little bit
might have had something to do with that.
Gamesmanship in there as well. So, but however, he's got to keep hold of the ball. So it's North Wales now who get the ball back, and again this stop-start trend is just continuing. There's no real flow to the game. There's not been large periods where it's been set for set. Fatigue's not come into the game yet. It's not playing its part. You see Wales just chipping away at their Hunslet middles. Just seem to be off the game a little bit defensively. Not quite as connected as they should be.
So Fraser Stroud won't be back for Hunslet. And with HIA protocols, his season unfortunately will be over now. But can his side make the promotion final at Doncaster next Sunday? We'll be there with the Sportsman cameras to bring you the match live. Last tackle here for Crusaders. Dab behind the line, picked up by Beharrell, shows the dummy, and then he's caught in possession inside his own 10. He will have to step up now with Stroud off the pitch.
A little bit quick, isn't it? Just need to control the ruck a little bit better, North Wales. I think that's their downfall. But Hunslet really are picking out some weakness. Just need to bend the back a little bit over here on this right edge. Wales, they're going to stop that momentum from Hunslet and not allow them to keep churning up the easy meters, getting to halfway again as Beharrell comes in with the kick now.
Last tackle, he's just drilling for touch here. Doesn't find it. Picked up by Josh Lynch. Well, the game just settled down a bit. It's been played at a real pace as Massam tries to go on the outside. Scorer of the game's opening try within seconds of the start of the game, but he's lost the ball. That was Reed losing possession, the scorer of the second try, and here come Hunslet again. They've had the better of it the last few minutes, you know, the hosts, and they've got it back to 0 from here. So a great opportunity to set something up right in front of the sticks. And they shift it right once again. 15 out from the line.
Hold, go, one.
As Aaron York took the contact. At the sticks they run again. Beryl floating one to this near left-hand side. Burton takes it on and then gets Alfie Goddard away. Back inside was that played at. The referee is going to give this as a Hunslet ball.
Yeah, it's the right call, isn't it? It's a really long right to left shift. I could see Baharrel calling Jimmy Watson there, who was tied in on that right edge. He's made a big run to get round and get involved, offer some shape there. But then they've skinned him on that left edge. But it's great defence, last-ditch defence from Wales to just hold them out. But they get another crack at it. So it's time for Hunslet now to start building some pressure. And like I said before, creating a little bit of fatigue in this North Wales defence. A little bit of patience now from Hunslet.
Here they go, their best smell of the match so far, the home side attacking the line once again with lightning pace. Great steps from Ryder. He fancied it himself there, they're right under the post. Wobbling in the breeze, great offload, he's going to be in! Alfie Goddard in the corner! And Hunslet celebrate, they're back within two.
Yeah, fantastic. It was Adam Ryder. It's his first real input into the game as well. He's a real strong ball carrier, Adam Ryder, for Hunslet, so I think more of that. But as I said earlier, it was against the grain play. Ryder came back against the grain, just troubled the North Wales, created a little bit of chaos, got some ruck speed, and then that favoured right to left shift from shorter shapes, short start points in and around the post, just allowed Hunslet to get in and around this Wales right edge, what they see as a weakness. They keep coming back to this edge, and that time it's just fractured. And they just squeezed in there in the corner from Alfie Goddard. It was a great try. Hunslet back in front.
Great setup by Baharrel, promoted on by Burton. And finished off by Goddard. Not quite back in front, Paul.
Not quite back in front.
Don't know where you studied your maths.
I know. I'm just looking at the guy on the make sure he's juggling numbers, so that can be allowed here. I should have just looked at the screen, shouldn't have, the monitor.
Well, it's a tough kick at the best of times. Metre or so in for the touchline, but in these conditions, he's going to catch the wind, is it? Oh, what a beauty! He just left it hanging in the wind, and the breeze was kind. Kind of went right, then back left again from Baharrel, and he levels the score.
He's a cool customer, isn't he? He's not flustered at all. He's a cool lad. He's been around these leagues for quite some time, and he generally has a good influence on the team. He's a controlling half, and he's been really busy for the start of this game. So, like I said, last couple of shifts from Hunslet, he's been heavily involved. And with the kick first and foremost, as I said, just make the Wales side think twice about killing and getting too high on the defensive side of things, that right edge. So paid virtues in the end, and they got the reward.
Well, we were hopeful of a compelling contest. We've certainly got one so far. 26.5 minutes in as Crossley drives up the middle. Hunslet speeding things up at the play. They're back level at 12 points apiece, having twice fallen behind, and the momentum is on their side.
There's that play again, Ryder back on the middle, just creating a little bit of chaos, looking for Wales to get the numbers wrong, get a little bit of chaos, quick rucks.
Little scamper from Hallis, still going. They're liking this left edge, aren't they, with Burton and Goddard. It's Burton. Does he know it's the last? Scampers away from dummy half. Baharrel will go high. Tester over on the far side. He's done well. And he's wrapped up on his own 5.
That's as good a set of Hunslet have had. It's a great finish. Now they're prepared to work, and they're working hard from marker now as the Wales outside backs get in and try and make up some tough meters for Wales. If you look, they've lost all the shape, just getting a little bit bunched there, and relying on these big fellas to get them out. So Hunslet's opportunity now to really put the foot on the throat and apply some pressure.
All of the last 5-10 minutes or so has been played in the North Wales half, unable to get themselves out of the deep end at the moment, where they're treading water at North Wales. Last tackle, kick's going to be on their own 40 here. Another slow play, and it just hangs in the breeze again, and it's an easy take for the try scorer Goddard. Points where he wants his fullback to go, and then takes the carry himself. Hunslet come again. Behind Crossley this time.
It's the big man Ryder again. He's come right across from that right edge, looking to get involved. His involvement's been real good these last few sets.
Yeah, he's getting more and more involved, Adam Ryder, as is this guy, Joe Burton. Set up Alfie Goddard's try. Last tackle. Where's Beryl going to go this time? Just going to dink one over the defence and hope for a favourable bounce. It worked well for North Wales in the end.
One of those games, isn't it? You feel like a bad bounce or a forced error is going to be the undoing of either team here. It's just there's a lot of scrappiness in and around the game, and the team, I think, that just settles in to get some grind into their DNA is probably the one that's going to come out on top and have a little bit more energy when the crucial points in the game come.
Yeah, we've got a steam train making its way past the perimeter of this iconic venue in South Leeds. Last tackle. Where are they going to go? Just pops it up in the wind, says challenge for that. Goddard will claim. And he was already thinking about setting off, and he's away. He's looked to danger. Very composed as well. Beryl at dummy half. Taken in field by Joe Burton. The usual yells of "get him onside" from the home fans. And Hunslet's spread from left to right. And Steve Crossley's come off for a breather, hasn't he? Beryl delays the pass. Oh, and it was a 2-on-1, but it's been put down. Joe Burton just put his left hand out, couldn't take it, and the chance has gone.
Yeah, it's one pass too many again, wasn't it? Just there's somebody in front of him there, just needs to stick hold in that instance of, and just execute the play a little bit better, just a little bit off again, and again just some easy possession, churned over, and letting North Wales off the hook now. So again, it's their chance now to get some field position really, and really try and apply some pressure. Hunslet have not had to defend down here much for the last 10-15 minutes. Been really dominant from Hunslet.
First foray into the Hunslet half for a while for North Wales. Let's see what they can do. A reminder, they took the lead very early, first minute through Massam. Hunslet struck back, but North Wales regained the advantage with a second try from Matt Reed. Here they come again with the fullback Abel dabbing one through. Hunslet have a man back, able to clear the danger, and does. Into the last 10 minutes of what's been a hugely watchable first half. Doncaster watching at home, knowing they're playing the winners for a place in next season's championship. But whose season's going to finish here this afternoon? Nothing in it at the moment. 12 apiece. Trading blows. Last tackle. Again, just one up Rugby up to halfway and a kick. Beryl unleashes one right-footed. And Owen Abel's over there. Starting point was good. Oh, and he might get a high shot here. He will. He'll get a penalty. That was a little bit lazy from Hunslet.
Yeah, just making a couple of substitutions there, Wales, just in this final 8 minutes of the half. Just an opportunity now to get some field position. So kick to touch to start on halfway. And like I said before, yardage hasn't been too difficult, but it just seems to have been a little bit scrappy, in particular from Wales. So this is their chance to, again, to build some pressure, hopefully post some points and get to the right end of the field.
Big hole, big hole, hole.
Helping hand up the pitch for the visitors, who have Jordan Andrade out there.
Come on. Go, much better. Sorry, move down off the ball.
Can North Wales, who had the blistering start, and they find a further way through. That was a nice change of direction. Fletcher eventually wrapped up. Last tackle, Andrade hovering right side. I'm sure they'll come back left and put a kick in. Oh, it's a poor kick though. It's a poor option. It's almost as though the Crusaders decided to run it, then change their mind and put a nothing kick in there.
Yeah, it's just going to the wrong person, isn't it? It's Barrett on that occasion. The time before that, it was Abel who's put the kick through, just off the cuff. Nobody knows what's on their option. Nobody's on the same script. So for the last two sets now, Wales been in good position, and the last players have really let them down and left them unable to build any pressure and maybe force a dropout.
That's more like it. Strong carry. Gets Hunslet up towards halfway. Nice 5.5 minutes of the half. Beryl again goes high. Another easy claim for Owen Abel. And this time he evades the chasing pack, hopping around. The Crusaders fans find their voice once again. 5 to go until the break, 12 apiece. As Andrade sets his sights and bulldozes his way through. That would have been felt. Abel, who's going to be wrapped up. Last tackle this. Toby Hughes just drills one into the corner and says, let's all have a breather.
Yeah, not a bad option. Not a bad option. At least it gives them a control restart, so it enables them to just, like you say, take their energy in Wales and really apply themselves now defensively, as opposed to the chaos before when everyone's not on the same script. So that first ruck, they never get control of that first ruck. This is their opportunity now to, and it'll really show us what an indication of what their attitude and where they're at defensively, Wales. Are they willing to bend the back and do the hard work down at this end?
Dart from Aaron York over on the far side. Wind appears to be picking up even more. Beryl's going to kick early, I think. Yes, he's looking for a 40-20 here. Sensing the wind, gets a dodgy bounce. Oh, where did that land? Well, it won't be Hunslet ball. It was a good option, that. Yeah, it was in this wind.
Yeah, it was an attacking kick, wasn't it? It's probably again more of an insight into his mentality. So yeah, it was a good option from Barrow. It's just not quite executed the kick correctly, and it just fell short there. So he's not got the 40-20, and Wales it is again. I think Wales do the best work when their outside backs are getting in. Massam in particular, who's such a strong ball carrier, and Abel, who's been proving really elusive. Oh, here we go.
Lovely little break, but then he dumped on his back.
It was Rainford who got away from dummy half. I think he's again sharp. Got a couple of real quick players in Abel and Rainford now on the field, so take advantage of maybe what is a tiring Hunslet middle.
Forster getting more and more involved. Andrade getting in everyone's way. Abel dancing around the line. Is there another score before the break here? 12 apiece. Forster joining in, giving it to big Jordan Andrade. Last tackle. 10 away. What have North Wales got here? They're going to run it down this near side. Nice little offload, kick and chase, well read by Alfie Goddard.
Yeah, it was a nice option Toby used on that occasion. Again, the wind's strong. They've not had a good outcome from the kick, so he's decided to run it. Just got the chip over, wasted 2 tackles, now just churning them up. And again, Hunslet doing it tough now. This is the best period probably of the half for Wales in terms of building pressure, looking disciplined, looking connected, just to get through the defence. There you go, forced error. What an impact he's made. Fantastic from Rainford. He's really bent his back there and got under and made good connection in that gut area, in and around the ball. And again, real big opportunity with a couple of minutes left on the clock.
Massive opportunity just before the break. Big contact on Sam Hallis. And a great chance for the underdogs to strike again. Oh, and Hunslet never back on side. They might take 2 here, Paul.
Yeah, they will take the 2. They'll take the 2. Same as before, wasn't it? Carbon copy, scrum from the middle, left edge, Matip Harrell's side. Nervous defenders all getting up really high and giving away the 2 points. Well, potential 2 points. So it will be a kick at goal for North Wales. And he kicked one from pretty identical spot early in that first 10 minutes of the game. So still a tough kick, but like I said, he's got his kicking boots on, Toby Hughes, and he nailed it last time.
He's kicked 2 of 3, converted one of the 2 tries and the penalty 2, and this to give North Wales Crusaders, in all probability, a half-time lead. All about the breeze. This only taking it back 22 metres or so. Looks like he's connected beautifully. It's another terrific kick in these conditions, and North Wales Crusaders nudge ahead again.
He's got a real good kicking style, hasn't he, Toby? He's a real straight kicker of the ball, so he's had a good influence there. And in that last couple of sets, obviously with the goal there first and foremost, but then in the play previous, running the last play, a little bit different, and willing to turn the ball over with a really disciplined finish. Like I said before, from running the play.
So closing moments of a breathless first 40, with Hunslet, the favourites, trailing. Haven't lost back-to-back games all season. And they won't want to start today, otherwise that'll be it until the new year. Plenty of time to go, of course, but it's beautifully set up for a thundering second half here live on the Sportsman. It's the League One playoffs, live and exclusive with us here. This the preliminary final, with Doncaster waiting in the promotion final next Sunday. Who will they be facing? At the moment, North Wales fancying it. Last tackle, 40 out. In the closing moments of the opening half, only the referee knows how long's left. In fact, we do now. The hoot has sounded. This is the last play. They'll contest for it. Oh, Goddard's got nowhere there. It's going to bobble into touch. It's hacked in field by Hughes. And that will do it. And the referee says, let's all go and have a cup of tea. Hugely enjoyable first half. And Hunslet have a bit of work to do. 14-12 North Wales Crusaders. Probably just about right, Paul Rowley.
Absolutely. I think the last play of the half probably summed up the entire half. It was a bomb from North Wales, obviously, that was allowed to bounce. Bounced off somebody's head, bounced backwards. It was all on the bounce of the ball. It could have been dangerous. Ended up petering out, falling into touch. So I think it's promised a lot. It's not delivered as much as it should have done just yet. And I think, like I said before, I think the first side that really starts to have a little bit more discipline with the ball and be willing to bend the back defensively and build pressure will come away with this. But I think the fixture early in the season, I think it was at 8-6 at half-time in that early fixture, really early in the season. So, and that was to North Wales as well at half-time. So we've not learned a lot yet, I don't feel. I don't think either team's really showed their hand or really got into the grind and really put the best foot forward just yet.
2 tries apiece, but crucially North Wales have had a couple of kicks at goal from the penalties as well, and they, through their 3 successful conversions out of 4 from the boot of Hughes, have a 14-12 half-time lead. And Paul, you can take us through some of the key moments of this opening 40 here in South Leeds.
Yeah, as we just watched this is the first try from Wales. It was great work from Rob Masson, but that left to right shift just executing wrong early. Everybody's got energy. They've probably tried to have a shift there under a lot of pressure, Hunslet, and first try for Wales on that occasion. But again, great work there from Masson and a lovely bounce just into his hands there. So it'd be disappointing from Oldham. And you probably said both teams will be looking at the tries they've conceded and saying, you know, that's down on us. We've allowed it rather than they've earned it, if you like. This one, second one from Hunslet, that right to left shift we said before, came back in, just caused a little bit of chaos in and around that middle. Both centres have done that for Hunslet in this first half, and then a fantastic left foot step just to get in there and score a wonderful try that equalled the game from Watson. Done a great job there, left foot step, like I said, and strength to get over. Just a lot of chaos, some lazy bodies just having a play off for the middle. And then after a tremendous break it was from Abel, after another error from Hunslet, he's churned up the metres 2 plays later. Just a strong carry. They thought the player was dead, a little bit loose in the tackle, and he's just reached out there, the big fella. It was Reid, I think it was. Was it Reid or Taylor? Reid, who's just stretched over, strong body. And then try again and persist again. It was right to left shift. They've tagged it all half, and on that occasion they've just got the rewards and just squeezed in for a great try. Much deserved really to get the draw at that point before his hubbies has stepped up to just edge them in front with that goal kick.
It's beautifully set up for the second half. The season ends for one of these 2 sides in the next 45 minutes. Will it be Hunslet or will it be North Wales Crusaders heading on to the promotion final at Doncaster, live on the Sportsman next Sunday? We'll know in the next hour or so, and so will you. Don't go anywhere. Half time here. Hunslet 12, North Wales Crusaders 14.
And a Super League season comes to its conclusion here tonight. It is 4 in a row.
Robinson is a moment for long. He's picked it. A brilliant follow try.
This is spectacular, absolutely spectacular. England are on a roll.
There's Torrin jerseys everywhere. The 18-year-old scores.
Wales is over for the first try in this World Cup.
Yaho's got the ball. He's kicked to the end goal, and they have pulled out a try. And a Super League season comes to its conclusion here tonight. It is 4 in a row.
Robinson is a moment for
And a Super League season comes to its conclusion here tonight. It is 4 in a row.
Robinson is a moment for long. He's kicked it. A brilliant follow try.
This is spectacular, absolutely spectacular. England are on a roll.
There's Torrin jerseys everywhere. The 18-year-old scores.
Wales is over for the first try in this World Cup.
Yaho's got the ball. He's kicked to the end goal. And they have pulled out a try.
Well, Hunslet are back out, ready to go. They just need some opposition at the moment. They've certainly had opposition over the first 40 of this preliminary final, because North Wales Crusaders have their noses in front here. 14 points to 12, 2 tries apiece, and the extra points off the boot of Toby Hughes. And we have 40 minutes to determine who Doncaster are going to play in the promotion final next week. The boos greet North Wales as they emerge from the dressing rooms and over the running track beneath us here at the South Leeds Stadium. And North Wales, Paul Rowley, will be quietly satisfied, I would have thought, in the platform they have laid for this second half.
Yeah, absolutely. They've certainly give themselves a chance, haven't they? They've quietened this Hunslet crowd down somewhat, and yeah, they took advantage of some sloppy play from Hunslet on occasion. So yeah, they've given themselves a platform, they've given themselves an opportunity, and Carl Foster will be making sure his charges know to now build pressure. And the longer this game goes, the more tense it'll become for Hunslet, the more they'll push the pass and the more hours they can force. So they're in a good spot at Wales, so it's all to play for. 40 minutes left.
Hunslet get us back underway. These swirling conditions at this unique stadium that is open to the elements. 3 sides of the ground and then running track around it. Here come North Wales with Andrade up the middle. Clatters into traffic. North Wales with this 14-12 advantage. And now the wind behind them, although they seem to adapt well to having the wind in their faces first half. They've made progress up towards halfway. Last tackle. And it's off the outside of the right boot from the full-back Abel. And a first big error of the second half from Jimmy Watson.
Yeah, it's a really steady start there, wasn't it, from Wales, who just got through the set, got to the end, and Dale spoke about this win. You just mentioned it there. So the big advantage, obviously, is with the kicking game. So they didn't need to churn up too many metres. They'd gained that with the kick, and like you said, it's Watson who's come up with the first error and given Wales the field position. So it's a great start there, great start from Wales. So what you usually find is when the ball is behind your back, it's harder to pass, but obviously the advantage is when you kick. So look for the kicking game. Well, they've stayed on side this time, Hunslet, so that's an improvement on the previous 2 scrums where they've given penalties away.
Opportunity though, first chance of the second half is for the visitors to extend their advantage. They set up 20 out, just to the right of the sticks, with the big man Andrade down the middle. Draws 3 green and white jerseys, and then he's hauled to the ground. They'll come left again, I'm sure. It's in the hands. There's a powerful drive towards the corner. Abel will come back. Fletcher, last tackle. Abel's hovering this near left-hand side. Oh, they set up right. I wondered whether they were going to switch it. Andrade crashes in, offloads out the back. Can they keep it alive? Referee says it's gone forward. And that will be the turnover.
Yeah, and again, another sign of their intent. We saw it at the back end of the first half, just willing to run that last play. This time it's Forster who got the ball in his hands on the last play, so not the recognised kicker. And, you know, they'd be happy to just run it, turn the ball over in good field position and bend the back. So they've come out with a real good work ethic, Wales. Well, back end of the first half and start of the second half. Just probably need a little bit more substance there in defence, just getting the nose through too easily, Hunslet. And that's 20 metres without overly doing anything special at all.
North Wales went looking for the intercept, almost got it there. He was just blocked out. Was it Patrick Rainford? Yeah, it was. Almost there, and they're swarming in defence again. Carl Forster's men. That could have gone anywhere. Hunslet retained possession. Beryl pulling the strings as he has done all match for the hosts. Last tackle. They're just in North Wales territory here. Beryl drops back, gets the kick away. He'll find the ground. It's all about the bounce here. It's a skipping three-way bounce. And North Wales are going to have to come from really deep there.
Good carry from Massam.
Well, as he got the game's opening try. An explosive start inside the first minute. Rob Massam hacked forward, gathered the kick and went in under the post. And 5 minutes or so into the second half. Slender advantage for North Wales, who remember finished 6th in the standings. 14 points behind their opponents today, Hunslet, but that counts for nothing in the playoffs. Last tackle. Crusaders, well, it's a loose one. He's going to have to get a wriggle on here. He's done well. Owen Abel skips out of the tackle and then crossfield kick. Taken on the full by Alfie Goddard. Weighs up his options and then brings it back and does well.
Yeah, he's rescued him there, hasn't he, Abel? I think just noted before that it was Fletcher who just put the tip on. I think he's mixed his game up really well. He's been useful for Wales. He's run, he's passed. He's had a real mixed bag of tricks, and I think he's been really industrious for Wales. But yeah, it was a loose ball from dummy half, and Abel just rescued the situation. So we are getting into a grind now. It's been a better start to the second half, and a bit more discipline from both sides.
A lot at stake. The prize is big. Place in next week's promotion playoff final. A little scamper away from Nathan Conroy off the bench. Last tackle, Hunslet. Where's he going to go, Beryl? Outside of the right boot, maybe? He's going to run it. He's going to run it. Gets the offload away just. Still the last. Then the dab through. Owen Abels read the situation really well there.
That's two players. Now we're getting into some grind, aren't we? Now we're going to bring the fatigue factor in. Here we go again, though. The outside backs for Wales. It's another strong carry. It's another strong carry, just churning the meters up.
I think he's hurt after that carry, though. He stayed down, took a big contact.
He did, yeah. It was a good shot. It's a great tackle from Hunslet.
Let's have another look. Oh, felt the full force of that from Marcus Green. And he stayed down in back play. This, by the way, is the last. It's a messy end to the set again. Second successive set for North Wales. Well, they barely got the kick away last time. They hardly did at all there. And look where they've turned the ball over.
You've got to question where the pivots are for Wales on them last plays. They're just so unorganised. They've ran a couple, and we give them the benefit of doubt. It's his choice. They thought that was a game plan, and then on a couple of occasions they've gone to Abel, the fullback, who's just not getting clean ball, and on that occasion he's hit feet. So it's a criminal error from Wales.
Beryl with a flat ball. Here come Hunslet, attacking the posts, defended by North Wales, who have this slender 2-point lead. Beryl again flings it back. They've got options right if they kept coming. They had a 3-on-2. This is the last from dummy half. North Wales are there in number. Great swarming defence, and Andrade does the rest.
It was a great tackle, big left to right. It was Fletcher again who's come up with a strong tackle on the back row. He had to be. It was 1-on-1. He had to make it, and he did. And then he'd come back in just back to the middle of the post, and like you said, a swarming defence from Wales, who's really got the bit between the teeth and defended the line really well. Just as the replay just shows, that tackle by Fletcher there is really important, really pressure tackle that. So again, we're still in the grind. This is the most, I would say, all game that we've seen the ball without any stoppages in play. So it's like a better start to the second half. Nearly 10 minutes on the clock gone, not many stoppages. I speak too soon. There's the penalty.
First big error, you would say, of the second half. Other than that, Jimmy Watson knock on. This is a great chance for the hosts.
Absolutely. I'm just gonna, as we just watched the replay there, it's a silly,
what's he doing?
Silly penalty.
That's utterly ridiculous.
Oh dear, that's you got the ball with you. It's he's
if you're a coach, Paul Rowley, and you are, you'd be fuming at that.
Yeah, I mean, you shake your head in disbelief, don't you? But he's got to work hard now, and he owes his team one, doesn't he? Defensively, he's got to come up with something here and provide some energy.
Great chance for Hunslet. Referee says go back and do it again. Conroy flings it back, and a change of direction from Watson. Arrowing towards the post instead. 10 away. They've not led all match. Have the favourites Hunslet. Change of direction back to Conroy. Shows the dummy, and then he's wrapped up.
They keep coming to this. The right as totally opposite to the first half, where they've really attacked their left, but they've had no joy on this right edge. They look far better putting Ryder in against the grain, causing that disruption.
Conroy, there's Beryl, shows a dummy, tried to duck under the tackle, but he can't find a way through, and now he's out of the play on the last, so they're going to have to go without their playmaker. And North Wales have defended brilliantly again. Back-to-back sets on their own line.
Yeah, it's great defence, isn't it, from Wales? Not a bad place to turn it over, though, as well. So, but yeah, like I said, my point earlier was they've been coming to this right edge start of the second half, winning around Fletcher, who's a strong defender, and playing out the back, so very laterally over here. I think at the second half of the first half, they were hitting Ryder on that grain pass back in, finding that middle start point to go to the Hunslet left, Wales right, and they got a lot of joy out of that. They scored the try there in the end as well.
North Wales trying to get themselves back up to an area of relative safety here. Forster rolling up his sleeves for his side, as he has done all season, the player coach. Kick for the corner. Oh, it's a beautiful kick. Did he think it was going out on the full? He's furious with himself.
Yeah.
So Jack Render let it go.
40-20, isn't it?
40-20. I think he thought he was going out on the full, and then he got his bearings.
I'm not sure he could have got there anyway. It's a low kick. It's driven. He's probably needed a little bit more depth for his start point there. The winger, he's given himself too much to do. There's always a risk with that wind behind you. The 40-20 is always a risk. A big play. I was critical of Abel before on that last play, but that time he's absolutely nailed it.
It could prove a big moment in this match. Owen Abel's 40-20, but no, knock on, and it comes to nothing, and Hunslet survive.
Oh dear, yeah, it's just hit that short lead, hasn't he, in and around the 4th defender, 5th defender, and it's the big fella who's just come up with the error there. It's unfortunate again, just let Hunslet off the hook.
He was trying to offload, I think, blind. Forster popped it up to Andrade. Let's have another look. He spins into the tackle. Is he trying to offload left-handed, or does he just lose it? Inconclusive.
Sure, I think he just lost it. I think he's just lost it, but either way, he's got to keep hold of the ball there.
Here we go, might see it here. So either way, it's a loose carry, big error from Andrade. Hunslet survived. That's another loose play, and North Wales are going to get it back. What's going on out there?
Well, I've seen that before, haven't we?
Is he going to say first knock on by Hunslet, though?
I think he's saying Wales have knocked on it.
Have North Wales knocked it on first? Yes, Hunslet ball.
They've got away with one again, haven't they? How many times have they done that? How many balls have gone to ground? Just real sloppy passes from Hunslet, and whoever gets through this game is going to have to really sharpen up on the skill and execution and the defence all-round game, because Doncaster's waiting, and you know, they've got to be better if they've got any chance of getting a result or performance against Doncaster in the final. 10 minutes has gone quick, 12 minutes has gone quick at the start of this second half.
Less than half an hour to go. And it's tightened up out there now. It was end-to-end first half. 2 tries apiece. North Wales readying another change as well, I can see.
They've got to get Ryder in the game.
I think Sean Costello is going to be introduced shortly. So last tackle, Hunslet, Beryl waits. Change of direction and then sweeps the lime green boot. Now it's going to dribble into touch far side. And that will allow North Wales to make the change, and Andrade comes off. He's had a big stint. I'm sure that's not the last we'll see of him.
No, it's a measured kick, isn't it, from Beharrell on that occasion. He's happy to just pop it in, let it go over the touchline, and try and force the error down here on the Welsh side through the defence. So just slowed down, took a little bit of pace out of the game, got some energy back in the tank.
54 gone, live on the Sportsman. North Wales with a 14-12 lead over Hunslet for the right to meet Doncaster at Doncaster this time next week in the Betfred League One playoff final for promotion to the Championship. But this could absolutely go either way. North Wales, who've come from nowhere really, finishing in 6th, and wins at Workington and then at Oldham. They're doing it the hard way, but as is often the case at any level in these playoffs, when you have the momentum, you become very tough to beat. And that's what Hunslet are finding today as North Wales go again. Kick in behind, that should catch the wind and just about go dead.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, wasn't it? It was Rainford who put the kick through there. This is allowed a 7 tackle set, so again, just that last play just not quite executed well enough.
Alfie Goddard, try score of the second Hunslet try this afternoon. It's the home side get themselves over halfway with Sam Hallis waiting from dummy half, the former Bradford man. And punches it to this near side, Conroy, and then in off the wing is Adam Ryder down the middle, tearing them to bits. He's round all of them. What a big moment and what a try! Powerful finish, huge celebrations, and a massive moment for Adam Ryder and Hunslet.
I did say Adam Ryder needs to get in the game, and I question why they not used that tactic that they did in the back half of the first half, where they were just dropping him back under, creating that chaos in and around, finding them middles of North Wales who are a little bit sloppy defensively, not quite connected enough. And previously they've used him to set up, create chaos, and then right to left shift on the back of him. That time he didn't need it. He's gone straight through. He's beat men left, right and centre. Yeah, some really sloppy defence, but it's a strong carry and a real good turn of pace from Ryder. I just always thought that he was the man to just break this Wales defence open, and there he was. It's a fantastic try. It's the highlight of the game so far. It's a strong try from Ryder.
Fantastic finish to light up this playoff game and give Hunslet their first lead of the match as we approach the final quarter of the contest. 16-14 with two more up for grabs here from the right boot of Beryl. He's kicked 2 from 2. The Hunslet number 30.
You get that feeling that whichever team just gets the nice tidy parts of the game just in order, the last plays error-free, and just build some pressure. You do feel like they could get 2-3 tries and actually could be convincing winner here, whether that be Wales or Hunslet. Just not quite getting it all together. The perfect game just not appeared yet from either side. So it's a good opportunity now for Hunslet to build on this, get this next set complete after the kick, and get down here and build some territory. Maybe Beryl employ that tactic where he just trickled it over the touchline, reset the defence, force the errors, and camp down here and get some tries and get people like Ryder, the strong ball carriers, get the ball in their hand, in and around these middles, who's done some long minutes for Wales, in particular Forster, who's been out there for the entirety of the game, from the start, so 50-60 minute stint for the big fella.
Well, they're going to need Rob Massam to be okay, but I think you can see there he isn't. He is going to come off, the big North Wales winger, and that's him done. He's not happy with it. He can't go on. So that's a double blow, conceding the try and conceding another player to injury. Rob Massam, who scored a try inside of the first minute here, will play no further part. So he limps off. Beryl tags on the 2. And it's an 18-14 Hunslet lead.
It just seems like a psychological blow, that one, doesn't it? I think because the game's been to and fro and there's been somewhat of an arm wrestle in this second half, that just feels like a bigger blow than any of the other tries. The psychological blow feels like they've just won a little bit of the battle there, and then to compound matters, like you said before, Massam, who's a bit of a talisman for him going off as well, that's just a little bit more of a downer for the Wales side.
22 to go. 18-14, 3 tries to 2. Hunslet have their noses in front here. Doncaster wait in the Betfred League One playoff final to gain promotion to the Championship. What have North Wales got left? They had their better moments, I'd say, Paul, when they played freer first half, played off the cuff. They've always tried to keep it tight, having had this narrow lead second half, tried to manage the game, and it's just not worked for whatever reason.
No, absolutely. Just got a little bit nervous at key times, and like I said before, found feet with a kick or kicked a 7-tackle set. Just taking the pressure valve off when they've been in crucial moments. It's not over yet. There's lots to play for. Like I said, they can just turn this now. Just get to the end of the set and have a good finish. I think that's the key to everything at the minute for Wales and Hunslet, to be fair.
20 to go. Live on the Sportsman. Hunslet 18, North Wales 14, and the Crusaders in possession on their own 30-metre line. But having lost Rob Massam to injury, they need a spark. Well, they're up to halfway. Change of direction and a little shimmy from Rainford. It's more like it's the last tackle. They're going to run it on the last. Abel joining in over on the right-hand side. Abel again. Now he'll kick. Just a little chip over the top. Had a chase himself. Might even get there, you know. It's a great bit of play from the fullback. And he's going to get his side the ball back from the dropout.
Yeah, again, they've chose to run it on that last tackle, and they've gone left to right shift through Forster, who's been instrumental. He likes the ball in his hands, and he's ended up. They've rolled the tackle, get back to Abel, who seems to be an off-the-cuff type of player. He's very elusive. He finds space. He's got a little bit of a kicking game going on, and he's chased his own kick there and forced a dropout. It's great play. They started building pressure now, Wales. If they can start to find a couple of little passes in and around the last middle defender, inside the pivots and second rowers, there's some space there. There's not quite connected defensively, Hunslet. I think I see a lot of opportunities if Wales are willing to play a little bit, just with some short tip-ons and a little bit more push and support.
Well, the dropout managed to reach halfway. Toby Hughes just lost the bouncing ball. But here come North Wales, setting up right in front, 20 out. Options right, options left here too. And that's where they come with Forster. Houghton halted in his tracks. Abel, who's been a bright spark for the visitors. Hunslet's fans find their voice, trying to keep the Crusaders out. Short ball. Oh, that's bobbling everywhere. And the referee will say,
I think it's back to one.
Who's he going to rule here? Because Crusaders ball, is it?
No, it's
going to be Hunslet ball.
It's like he's rocking a baby to me.
Yeah, he's making very sure that we know that was a knock-on, the referee.
I think he did it both ways, and then he gave him a bit of thinking time, didn't he?
Couple of knock-ons.
Who has he give the ball to?
Well, it was the Hunslet players who were applauding the decision, so it's going to be home ball, I'm sure.
Okay. I thought it was a Hunslet knock-on, but...
Now then, we've got some cakes coming up here, Paul.
Oh my God.
Look at this. Muffins. Some muffins are being brought up.
We've been treated well.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
I'm not sure how we commentate and consume muffins.
Yeah, we'll be going off for the next 5 minutes.
Wow, what have we got? We've got 2 chocolate muffins, 2 ice muffins, raspberry and white chocolate. They're coming home with me, Paul, those.
Yeah, you can have them, mate.
Wow. Here come Hunslet, 18-14, 17 to go, last tackle.
Oh, great carry.
Crowd getting increasingly involved.
Great carry.
Behrel goes high. It's a tester for Abel, who's been excellent today, hasn't he, the Crusaders fullback?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. He's tackled by another excellent player there, Ryder. So them 2 players in particular have been growing influences for their respective sides. So I'd like to see Fletcher with the ball in his hands more. I think he's the guy to just unlock this Hunslet defence with a tip on the shot, a short pass in and around the middle defenders. They've got to put some more pressure on the Hunslet middle, I feel, Wales.
Oh, wow, Hunslet offside. I was just about to say a game-changing moment could be something as simple as a penalty.
Absolutely, but again, it's that pressure. Just make them keep getting back and forth. Both middles, in my opinion, have been a little bit sloppy. Just getting back on side, just being connected. And yeah, so more and more pressure and more push and more support. Less of the one-out carries. There's lots of opportunities here for both sides. This game's not over by a long shot. I think George is into them muffins.
I just said we've got about 10 of them. White chocolate and raspberry
Never
chocolate.
Seen him as excited.
North Wales in possession. This looks like a good opportunity all of a sudden. 18-14, they're right within striking distance. Houghton eventually halted in his tracks. 10 away, just to the left of the sticks here. Rainford made an impression since he came on. It's tossed sideways under the post, just short. Last tackle, desperate for a quick play, and they go. Hunslet swarming in defence, have diffused the danger, and North Wales come up dry.
It's there, the pass is there. The pass I'm talking about from Forster on that occasion is just the next hole across. It's just another bit of close support inside Baharrell, inside the three men, the third defenders in and around that 3 and 4 man is where the space is. There's just a disconnect between the edges and the middle defences in that Hunslet side. There was just one hole off the pass there, so they're seeing it, they're just not executing it just yet.
There goes Alfie Goddard. 15 minutes to go on the Sportsman. 4 points in it. One of these two sides is going to see their season end in a quarter of an hour. The other will be preparing for a grand final. Kick over the top, needs to react. You know who is there. Owen Abel has been everywhere. Gives it to Matt Reed. Try scorer in the first half. All of a sudden North Wales feel energised again. And there he goes, Abel. He's skipping through, such an elusive runner. What a game he's had. Doesn't deserve to be on the losing side. He might not be. You can sense the nerves in this main stand amongst the home fans. North Wales setting up again, 30 out, just to the right of the post. Running straight into traffic, nothing on. There was nothing on there, and it's the last. So they're going to need a nice kicker, or will they run it again? Forster, he'll call the play. Goes behind, it's awful. It's Abel on the bounce. He will have the pace to set something up, but he puts it high. Gonna have to chase it himself. Easy for Goddard. Oh, and he's knocked on, and this will be play on. Wow, what a big moment. North Wales, and nothing end to the set, might just score from it. Attacking the line they go again. Ellis there. You can't take your eyes off it. Back to 0. It's with Owen. Just give Owen Abel the ball. That'd be my instruction. Give the fullback the ball and let's see what happens. He's coming back left, Owen Abel, behind the line. Big man fancies it himself, Forster. Houghton waiting on this left edge too. Barrett is there, loitering. They're going to go back right. Floated ball, they got a 2-on-1. Big dummy, big try, and we're level. Taylor with a huge moment in this game. Kieran Taylor. And it's 18 apiece with a kick to come.
Yeah, well, we said, didn't we, all along, it had that sort of feel to it where a mistake, a penalty, something unorthodox is going to create the opportunity, and it was a run last play again, came back to Abel. We said before, give it to Abel and see what he can do. Well, he's forced the error on this occasion, so he's found lots of different ways to break up this Hunslet one. This one, he's forced the error, and it was the Wales have got the full set, they've got the full crack at Hunslet. They've come to this left, Forster's kept hold, had a run at them, got a reasonably quick ruck, and then the left to right shift there has just brought them over with a lovely long pass across into space, and Taylor, who's just waltzed in with acres of space for himself, and again give himself a great opportunity to go in front again with a kickable opportunity for a really reliable goal kicker in Toby Hughes. End-to-end stuff. We said it wasn't over.
Far from it, and it still isn't. 18 apiece, 11 or so minutes to go. Hunslet reacted by making another interchange, I can see down there. I'll confirm that in due course. This is a big kick though. Oh, I don't think he likes it, no. He doesn't like it, he's pulled it wide. And it's 18 apiece with 11 to go. Pick a winner.
Well, is it golden point at the end, George? How's it work?
Well, we're not having a replay, I guarantee you that.
I'm only thinking of you and your cakes. It's going to delay your moment for...
They'll have got off. They'll have got off.
So, it's all to play for, obviously. It's, again, I think whichever team does not win this game will be really kicking themselves, because it has been a tale of errors, but it's certainly added to the excitement as Wales now who come out with a strong carry again and really starting to find the groove in these last 5 or 6 minutes, Wales.
Last 10 minutes of this one, you won't want to go anywhere. We had real drama involving North Wales already on the Sportsman. It's happening again. 7 days on. Doncaster will be loving watching this, these two sides going at each other. We'll be at the Eco Power Stadium next Sunday, live and exclusive coverage of the League One promotion final. Who is it going to be to play Doncaster? North Wales at the moment fancy it. Chris Barrett pushing away everyone. Last tackle, but not a bad opportunity to strike from here. It's with Abel again. He's gone into the corner. He'll chase it himself, of course he will. And Hunslet deal with this one well, and back they come, but the chase is good.
Yeah, it's a good set from North Wales. That's from a kick-off, so that's what you want, isn't it? After a try, they've completed the set. They've ended up turning the ball over 10 metres out from Hunslet's line there, so they're on to tackle 3 already. They're starting to churn up the tackles. Hunslet are losing a little bit of shape. They're not offering much now. It's becoming really manageable for Wales. They're just getting on the ascendancy. 2 more tackles to go. They should get the ball back in good field position, a good opportunity. And do they go early on the drop goal? Again, Toby Hughes, he kicked the winner last week, didn't he, against Oldham, so not unfamiliar for him.
Last tackle, Hunslet haven't made it out of their half, and they've kicked on the last through Green. He's there again, he's able. But he's halted in his tracks. 8.5 to go, live on the Sportsman.
I think he's got a little bit of a contact in a delicate area there.
Yes.
Maybe that's the way to stop him, eh?
Well, you've got to do something. He's been everywhere today. There goes Cole Oakley, wearing 3 but playing in the second row. North Wales already up to halfway with the wind behind them this second half, and very much the wind in their sails right now. Shuffled infield by Jake Burns.
There's the space, just outside 4 man, inside 3 man. They just need to keep pushing Wales.
So
don't give up on that push.
This is the last, and they're just drilling it into the corner. Goddard's, well, having knocked on the end of the previous set, he's not getting anywhere near that one.
Yeah, it's an ugly kick from. It's Rainford who's got the kick away. It's an ugly kick, but again, it's a decent end to the set. They're 20 metres out. They get a chance to restart, set the defence, get their energy back, apply themselves correctly, and again, forced error. You get the feel there's a forced error in here, and Wales get it, and you know they'll score again.
One-handed pickup. Hunslet on their own 40-metre line. 7 minutes to find a winner here in South Leeds. Under grey skies and swirling winds. A definite change of seasons from summer to autumn. And Hunslet now enjoying a bit of ball. Hallis. Will it be the experience of Hallis and Crossley to bring Hunslet home? It's the last tackle, they're within striking distance. Drop goal perhaps, Beryl. He sliced it. Sliced it badly. That could have been a good assist. He had to react really well, and he has done it. Now he's away. You cannot take your eye off this.
Well, that is a crazy series of plays. A skew kick from Baharrel, and well,
it's almost an assist.
Again, the bounce of the ball. We've said it all game. It's just got that feel. Well, it's took a right turn, that one, and stayed in play. But it's Wales who picked it up. A fractured defence, chaotic end to the set, and churned up the metres there. Matt Reid, and stole another 30 metres to give Wales a good start to the set as they start to play the grains again and against the grain, making this tired Hunslet defence defence, middle defence work harder and harder.
Here come North Wales.
Easy meters in the mid.
Look where they are, one end of the pitch to the other. There, within touching distance here. It's going to be Abel. Is he able to strike one through the post? He is! North Wales nudged themselves back in front with 5 to go. And it's the star man, Owen Abel, the best player on the pitch, who gives the Crusaders the lead again.
Well, he's been great, hasn't he? He's been elusive. He's beat the first man every time. And as we just watched this replay, he's stepped off his left, got onto his favourable right foot, and he's nailed it, hasn't he? He's hit that absolutely sweet 40 metres out. That's a great drop goal. Wind assisted, but it's a great drop goal. Cool as a cucumber.
Well, that might actually, Paul, be a good time to ask you to consider your Betfred player of the match, as the restart goes short, but North Wales were wise to it and the regathered possession.
Well, you never prep me for this, George, but however, I do feel I'm positioned well to answer it. I would just say I think Ryder's been really influential for Hunslet, but not involved enough. I think Forster's been key for Wales. He's not been off the pitch yet. He's a real talisman, a real leader. But there can only be one man of the match, and you nailed it. He nailed his drop goal, and by a country mile for me. Owen Abel is absolutely the man of the match.
So Owen Abel could be the match winner here. He is Paul Rowley's Betfred player of the match. The North Wales Crusaders #1. And the visitors just drill into touch just to eat up the clock and get themselves set for what I'm sure is going to be a breathless last 4 minutes live on the Sportsman. Have Hunslet got anything left?
Well, there goes the game management, does it? That's Rainford there with a really good kick. He's put a nice little turn on his kick there, just grubbing it out. Again, controlled. Saying to Hunslet, if you're going to get anything out of this game, you've got to come 80 metres. And again, they don't look lively, do they, Hunslet? There's not a lot of shape there. So Wales just need to bend the back.
It might be an apt time just to remind our viewers that our clock is not the official clock on our screen, so that will roll. The referee will know best. That may well tick into the 80 and still be going. So that will only add to the drama here on the Sportsman. Hunslet in possession. They need something. Penalty would help. A clean break would be lovely. Beryl throwing the ball around. Oh, there was a couple of opportunities for an offload there, but Beryl was stood in front. So the last tackle, Goddard is the dummy half. Beryl hangs back on halfway. Here he is. It's a tough one to take, and he's almost wrapped up. Ducks out of the tackle, outside of the right boot. North Wales get the ball back and set off again. That's Josh Lynch on the far side, and they're still going. North Wales, a try for the Crusaders would win it.
That's a huge play, isn't it? He's just churned up 30 metres, broke about 3 tackles, and then he's our man, ever willing, fullback. Just when his boys, his troops, he's saying, you save yourselves, boys. You wait and defend. I'll churn the metres up for you. That's 3 plays now. They're only 30 metres out. Could they kill this game off here with a try in the last 5 minutes?
Will they go for another drop goal or just drill one into the corner?
Oh, they'll score. They'll look to score, these boys. Couple of plays left.
Couple of minutes left too. North Wales in possession. Jake Burns back in field. And they're pumping towards the post. They might score the winner. And North Wales have another. It's Cole Oakley. And the Crusaders are going to be 1 match away from promotion to the Betfred Championship. It's some story. It's been some performance. And North Wales on the road are feeling it right now.
Well, they've been great, haven't they? And it's Oakley, like you say, he's been strong all afternoon. He's carried really strong. It's just that played against the grain. We've said about that all day. The plays against the grain, both middles have been a little bit sloppy defensively, and again Wales throughout that entire set then they were running at a tired Hunslet defence. I bet there's been 6-7 missed tackles in that entire set there from Hunslet, for a team just fighting at the last embers of a game. 2 minutes to go, they didn't show enough desperation in defence, but certainly this guy did, Oakley, who's just ran strong. He's beat tackles and he's just got well, I think we can safely say that will be the match-winning try if he kicks this goal. There'll be too much for Hunslet to do in what little time there is remaining. So it's the man of the match to seal the win here with the conversion.
What a performance once again on the road from the North Wales Crusaders. As Owen Abel tags over another 2, and that will be too much. 7 points, a 2-score differential, and the Hunslet fans are leaving.
Well, they've been. I think you picked up on it earlier, George. You said there's a tension and nervousness around the fans, and they've been calling for everything because they've sensed that their team not quite on it, not quite executing, looking as cohesive as they should have been, and needing something, needing some help, needed a penalty, needed an error from North Wales. But the minute North Wales have really cleaned up their act and got through the sets, Hunslet have found it too much pressure, and not been able to cope.
Stick with us at the end. Post-match reaction down pitch side on the way. I'll be down talking to the player of the match, Owen Abel, and the 2 head coaches. It's another steam train makes its way around the perimeter here at this iconic venue, and it's full steam ahead for North Wales Crusaders, who are heading to Doncaster for a promotion final. And they're going to have a helping hand, the penalty. I'm sure they'll take their time and set up for 2.
Take the 2, won't they? Take the 2. A little bit of frustration there now. Hunslet just having a bit of a push and a shove, but I think this should see the game out. There's the Hunslet. There's the Uta.
They don't need it. North Wales Crusaders have done it again. Hunslet have suffered back-to-back defeats. For the first time this season, the referee though's playing on.
Yeah, they've got to kill the ball dead, haven't they? Everyone's going, but he'll just tap it and launch it into the dead ball.
And the final touch of the ball game goes to the Betfred player of the match, Owen Abel. And then the North Wales players embrace and hug. The Hunslet players are down on the pitch, off their feet, devastated, defeated. They've not lost back-to-back games all season, certainly not here, but it's happened at the worst possible time. And North Wales, having won at Workington, having won at Oldham, have now won here at Hunslet, and North Wales Crusaders will march on to Doncaster next Sunday, where they will play Doncaster over 80 minutes, with the winners heading up into the Betfred Championship. A terrific story, a fantastic performance, and worthy winners, Paul Rowley.
Absolutely. The journey continues for Wales, doesn't it? It's just like you said before, they've just got that knack at the minute of upsetting the apple cart against all odds, and what will that do for their belief? Come through 3 really tough, tight encounters and just keep churning up the wins, don't they? And they're finding a way to win. They've got so much belief in the camp. From Hunslet perspective, I think the annoying thing with them will be, I don't think anybody likes losing. However, you can accept it when you know you've done your best and left it all out on the field. But I don't think we've seen the best of Hunslet today. I think there's been far too many errors, and they'll lament them errors, and that's been their undoing. And they would be saying, from their perspective, that they've allowed Wales too much, given Wales too much, and made it far too easy for Wales team. But what a day for the North Wales team. It's congratulations to them, and like you said, they've set up a tasty final now with the favourites Doncaster, but they'll go in with no pressure at all, and that makes for a dangerous opposition. We've seen that with Wales for the last 3 games, so no pressure, total underdogs, and they can enjoy the occasion and look to cause an upset.
And how good was that man, Owen Abel, today? Best player on the pitch, you would say.
Absolutely, he's a slight fella. He's not the biggest of players, but he's been so elusive. He's beaten his first defender every time, and when it's mattered at big moments, none more so than the drop goal. You know, let's not take that for granted. That was one heck of a drop goal under severe pressure. 5 minutes to go. Great game sense. He's really nailed it and absolutely deserves the man of the match.
Post-match reaction on the way, but that's the tale of the tape. North Wales Crusaders, 4 tries to 3, have knocked Hunslet out on their own patch, 25-18. And Paul Rowley's going to talk you through the key moments of this one as I try and make my way down to pitch side. And I'll be counting those muffins when I get back.
I know what you're up to. Yeah, we're just watching it at Hunslet. We've gone right back to the beginning. This was a story of the game, I think. Just the first error from Hunslet, left to right shift, early, fresh defence. Too much pressure on that pass, and it's Massam who really cleaned it up. And again, probably the difference in the two sides is that Wales had a little bit more appetite, a little bit more energy when it mattered. And again, it was a lovely bounce right into Massam's hands, and he got over there and just finished it off in great style. But again, this is the response from Hunslet. It was number 4, Joe Burton, who's come off that left, caused a little bit of chaos for Jimmy Watson to just dive over the post there. So that showed the blueprint for me against the Grain plays, bringing them centres back in. I spoke about it all afternoon about Ryder doing it. This time it was on the left. It was Burton, and like I say, it was Watson who benefited from that great work and finished it off brilliantly. Before the big man just stretched over, simplest of tries, but they all count, they all matter. It was a 4-pointer. Again, Hunslet loose in defence. The big fellas, the tackle's not dead, and he's reached over there. It's a great try there from Reid. Yeah, that's the response again from Hunslet. He's tit for tat. You score, we score. Beharrell's heavily involved, right to left. The favourite start point, short shapes in and around the post there, to what was the blueprint for Hunslet in that first half. The right to left shifts, and just squeezed in the corner. It was a great try, but ultimately not enough when the game's done and dusted. 2 points at half-time, just put them in front before, like I said, and asked for. I shouted for it all afternoon, get Ryder involved, and there he was. There's the Grain, against the Grain, back in against them North Wales middles, who've been doing long minutes in and around Forster. Just stood there, just seeing him just a little bit laterally, tired and slow, but not really been challenged too much during the afternoon until Ryder came back in on that Grain play. We needed to see more of that. That'll be, you know, something Mums will look back on, and something they wish they got more involved. Wales now starting to build pressure. 2-3 sets on Hunslet's try line. The first time they've really sustained any pressure, brought fatigue into it, not able to recover, not able to get connected in around that 4 and 3 man Hunslet, which we said before, disconnect between middle defence and edge defence, and just walked in there for a wonderful try, left to right shift, a wonderful pass and a wonderful try before our man, the man of the match, Owen Abel, who's had a tremendous afternoon. He's been so elusive with the foot, but on that occasion he's absolutely iced the drop goal to take them in front, psychologically damage Hunslet before this guy, the big fella, is Cole Oakley, too strong, too big, too much enthusiasm and will and want, really, which again there's been a little bit of a difference, and you've got to say that Wales wanted it that little bit more, and they were a little bit too strong, a little bit more determined, and a little bit more route one for Hunslet to cope with. Well-deserved Wales, and we'll just go over to George now with the star of the show, Owen Abel, to talk us.
Well, what a performance from the North Wales Crusaders again, and what a performance from this man, Owen Abel. How are you feeling, first of all? I know you're out of breath, but what a performance.
Yeah, mate, I can't really explain at this moment in time. It's just so surreal. We make hard work of it at times. Like, as you're seeing, they're defending on our line for about 20 minutes of that half, and then we just managed to turn it round towards the end and obviously come away with a win once again, so buzzing.
You showed great composure as a side. I thought throughout the game it was nip and tuck, back and forth. Did you always feel that game was there for you?
I'll be honest, no, not at the beginning of that second half. No, I thought we're going away from what Foz has told us. We weren't completing sets, just turning the ball over constantly. But once we got back into the arm wrestle, I thought then we had the chance to take it. So.
And then towards the end, a bit of chaos. Hunslet with one of the worst drop goal efforts I've ever seen, and you with an absolute beauty at a ground that's quite blustery.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I've never done one of them before. It just hit me boot nice and went over, so buzzing for that. Told Toby get out where I want my turn, so that was it, yeah.
Where's it come from, this little run? We talked to your boss, and we will again in a moment before the game, about the pressure being off, finishing in 6, being away from home on the road, going to Workington, going to Oldham, going to Hunslet. Where have you pulled this form from?
Not a clue. Do you, Foz? I've not a clue where it's come from, mate. It's just, I think everyone's just got closer and closer. Beginning of the year, we wasn't so close, and it's shown with results. But we've shown when we work together, then obviously we can come away with wins like this and get to the grand final no matter where we finish.
And just before we bring your coach in, what about next week? I'm sure you won't given it much thought yet, but you've got an opportunity. You've got an 80-minute match to gain promotion, albeit at Doncaster, which is not an easy place to go.
Just take it as it comes, mate. Just wait till we get there, see how it plans out. Hopefully just stick to what we do best and come away with a win.
Well done on a Betfred Player of the Match performance, and good luck next week.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Let's bring in player coach, head coach, mastermind of a game plan, Carl, that you lost, did you? Is that right?
Well, it was just a game of up and downs, wasn't it? I thought when we completed high, we finished in corners, we looked a dangerous team. I thought, it's when we turned it over in corners, I thought our defence was really good on a short pitch, and yeah, I just thought we coughed up too much ball in yardage, and obviously we come out second half, defended our own line 10-15 minutes, and obviously we got broken. But I think we just showed that relentless attitude in the last couple of weeks. The fact that when things do go wrong, we've got the ability to kind of turn it around and put it on its head.
How proud are you of this team right now?
Massively, mate, massively. Like you said, I don't think when we finished 6, we only just snuck 6 as well. There was a big gap, between us and 5th. I think Hunslet doubled our points tally in the league. And yeah, massively proud, mate. They've responded to a Cornwall defeat, which left us all pretty shaken. And they've responded in the best way possible. I keep telling them to do things. They keep coming up with the answers, and fair play. 1 to 17, backroom staff, 18th man. Everyone at the club deserves their day next week.
And what about next week? Now, I'm sure you haven't started planning for it yet, but you will be, I'm sure, on the way home probably.
Yeah, focus soon turns that way, doesn't it? I'd be lying if I didn't say I hadn't thought about it before today, because I said to the group, that's what motivates you. You want to be playing in finals, you want the build-up all week, and if that doesn't motivate you to go out there and empty the tank, then nothing will. So yeah, we've thought about the final, we won't lie about that, and now we're in it, we can have a serious thought on it. Look at Doncaster, we know they're a well-drilled team. Richard Horn there, he's done a great job, and these guys have been used to cup finals in the last couple of years, so we'll be up against it again, but that doesn't matter. It's 80 minutes away from promotion.
Well done today, Carl. Enjoy the moment. See you next week.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
That's Carl Forster. Let's get some reaction from the home side. Steve Crossley's going to join us. Commiserations today. Just come in a little bit closer, mate. How are you feeling right now? What kind of words can you find?
I'm gutted, personally and as a team. You don't want to lose semi-final football when you've worked so hard since November to get to this point, and just to let it slip out of your hands. We're poor, ball in hand. You're not going to win these sort of playoff games when you don't complete as high as you should be doing, and the other team do. All you need to do is just play some boring rugby, to be fair, in playoff football. But we were sloppy with the ball defensively. North Wales were getting a few quick rooks for us, but yeah, it's just gutting.
That said, you were still in it right at the end. You did have a chance, didn't you? You were a drop goal away from taking the lead within a minute or so of falling behind, so you still could have rescued it. Yeah,
there were still chances to nick the game, but we just weren't crucial in his execution of plays. Obviously we missed a drop goal, but then we didn't react to the missed drop goal, and they went 30 odd yards down the field, and then we were on the back foot straight away from it. So lapse of concentration, execution and skill, it just wasn't there for us today.
Well, commiserations today. We appreciate you coming to speak to us. Thank you. That's Steve Crossley. Let's bring in Alan Kilshaw, the boss, as well. How do you begin to sum that one up?
Oh, look, I think we beat ourselves a little bit. We've been a real tough week adversity-wise. We had 5 missing, then we lost our backup half-back after a couple of minutes as well, and it's just been one of them weeks, and I think some of the errors reflected that as well, people out of position, and I think we gave them probably too much, but don't take anything away from them, the gritty and the ground out the win. We just little things where we had the momentum, offside, even when we missed the drop goal, we probably could have put him into touch here. Just little things like that where we switched off. It doesn't take away the achievements of the year. They've been outstanding. They've finished second. They've done something that the club and the team have done something they've not done for a long while, and it is sore. But when we reflect on the year, it will be a positive. There's been some really good team efforts and performances this season. So as sad as we are today, and it will hurt for a few weeks and months, the lads deserve credit for what they've achieved this year.
Some really nice words, well considered words, considering how raw this must still feel. Will you be able to watch the final, do you think, next week?
Possibly. A bit tired and emotional at the minute, just with everything that's gone on in the week, but listen, two good sides. It should be a good game, and may the best team go up.
Just a final word from you. You've praised your players. Your fans were here and cheering you through right to the end. They've been sticking by you throughout the season.
Yeah, I think when I came here, there was a real disconnect with the community, with the supporters, with the club and the board, and I think we've managed to overcome that. I think they've cheered us. Last year was a bit of a transition year, and they followed us there, and they've been great this year as well. So they'll be as down as us, because obviously when you finish second and you do have high hopes. But yeah, they were brilliant today.
Commiserations today. We appreciate you coming and speaking to us.
Cheers, mate. I just want to say to my wife as well, she was brilliant this week, and thank you for all your support and letting me to come out and coach the team, and sorry we didn't get it done.
Yeah, congratulations on the berth as well. Great to see you. Thank you, Al. Let's wrap up with Paul Rowley has made his way down from the stands. Some lovely words from Alan, Carl and the Crusaders, obviously buzzing with their performance today, and they were worthy winners. We knew they would come here with bags of enthusiasm and energy, and they did what they've been doing on the road the last few weeks.
Yeah, they absolutely found a way to win, and they say winning's a habit and losing's a habit as well, don't they? So Wales are definitely in that winning habit, which makes them a dangerous proposition going into the final, and something that the fans can get excited about, and there's some belief in that camp, isn't there? But said all along it would be a bouncing ball or something a little bit unorthodox that's going to get the win today, and combination of both really. I guess the bouncing ball was the mistakes that were made and gifted tries that were gifted, and the unorthodox was probably the performance of the fullback, who deservedly won the man of the match and absolutely smashed a field goal there to take them in front, and probably what was the deal breaker at the end of the day. So it's a really entertaining game, and yeah, like I say, worthy semi-final, and it's all on now in the final for North Wales to try and go that one step further. It's a huge day for them.
It is, and it'll be live on the Sportsman a week today. Doncaster versus North Wales Crusaders. So as a final thought, is there any reason that North Wales can't go to Doncaster and do it again for the fourth week in a row?
Well, Doncaster said there's a big reason. It's them. They're the form side. They're a good side, lots of experience and tough campaigners, and people like Missy Telepapa in there, who's a competitor. So they're going to have to be good. They're going to have to shore up defensively, be a little bit more sterner defensively, because Doncaster will be a tougher proposition. The final will be a step up, so they've got to go again. They've got to find the energy. But again, they've got belief, and that's a rare commodity. They've got some belief, they've got enthusiasm, and they've got some wily old players as well, in particular Kyle Forster and a young fullback who picked up the man of the match as well. So a lot to be excited about, a lot about it that's unpredictable. So it should be a good game.
Looking forward to it. Paul, great to have you with us today. That's as far as we go here in South Leeds, and it's the end of the road for Hunslet, but North Wales are on a crusade. They march on. 7 days' time, we'll be live with the Sportsman cameras in Doncaster for Doncaster versus North Wales Crusaders, a playoff promotion final with the winners heading into the Betfred Championship. We're looking forward to it already. Hope you can join us. From Paul Rowley and from me, we'll see you there. Goodbye.
big one.